The fastest selling e-bike on Amazon. Fits under my desk. This is, to me, other than the price point, the biggest selling factor. You can throw it in little tiny cars without even having to, well, okay, maybe you do. Maybe you do have to, figure it out. After a couple of times, you can see, you figure out how it fits in your space, and then it's a breeze to get in and out. The second reason has to do with, well, that's it. That's really the only, I think, the only reasons. It's small and it's inexpensive. But let's see how it performs. All right, so we're just gonna pull this guy out of here. Fits in here because, he fits in my tiny little Subaru. Why wouldn't he fit in here? This has 3 levels of pedal assist. I'm currently in 0, so let's see what 1 does. I'm gonna start off pedaling here, and yeah, I got almost some instant power. That's actually pretty good. All right, so I'm getting to about 9 miles an hour. This is a slight incline right here. So let's bump up to 2. Feel that juice instantly kick in. This is a single speed, and I'm already running out of, I'm having to pedal pretty quickly here to keep up with it, 15 miles an hour. But let me just go ahead and bump it up, see what we get. And I'm hitting about 18, and I gotta pedal fast to keep up with it. Okay, so see what the takeoff is when I'm in pedal assist 3. Let's see how long it takes to kick in. Boom, it just kicks in. It's kind of an instant assist level here, guys. Okay, so let's see, pedaling as fast as I can. Have to pedal super fast. Okay, so foot just slipped off the pedal because I was having to pedal that fast. For me, like, if I'm really gonna pedal this bike, I'm probably gonna leave it down in pedal assist 1. So yeah, the pedal assist will get you up to 20 miles an hour. Thumb throttle, let's just see. So I'm capped at 15 with pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 3, it's gonna jump me up to that 20. Yep, 19, 20. And I'm officially going downhill now, so it doesn't even matter. I'll take my hand off. And as you can see, 20 miles an hour, I'm almost certain I'm going faster than that. So like a lot of these budget e-bikes, they come out of the gates with the speed capped at even reading 20 miles an hour. So it won't even read over that when I'm going downhill, definitely going faster. Now this bike isn't really designed for off-roading, but why not? So the first thing I would definitely replace on this bike is the pedals. I am not a fan of these pedals. They have way too much flex. But here, let's rip through here, see what we can do. Little up and down action. All right, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Watch out for the squirrels. But we're getting it, okay? We're getting it. Here comes a nice little fun bump, bump, bump. See if we can get up, get up. Come on, little bike, yeah. All right, here we go. Through the bumps, through the rocks. To grandmother's house we go. To have a first-rate play. All right, so let's talk about the specs. So it says it's a 750 watt peak motor. So I'm guessing that's 500 watts nominal, somewhere in there. But 750 watt peak, 20 miles per hour. It's going to say it's a 280.8 watt hour, which means it's somewhere probably around the 7 to 8 amp hour battery range, I think. 36 volt is why the hill climb wasn't amazing. We were able to make it up pedaling, which is 36 volts plenty to get you up while pedaling. 48 volt, I find, is what you need to really ramp yourself up those hills with just the thumb throttle. But yeah, so 750 watt rear motor, peak, 8 amp hours. I'm just going to call it 7.8 amp hours. So it's right at that 8 amp hour. It says it'll charge in 3 to 4 hours. we'll see about that. It took me quite a while to top this thing off. I don't know how long it took, but we'll see about that. I've gone 4 miles, climbed quite a few hills. Haven't used very much battery life at all. You definitely can get around, no hands. That's usually kind of my test for how comfortable do I feel in this saddle. Can I move back and forth? Can I go around a curve without my hands? Watch out for a big bush. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, steady bike. This hill, it's not super steep, but it's enough to really burn you out on a standard bike. So this will be a good test for this battery power. I fully expect that by the time I get to the top of this, that's going to be mostly gone. I'm going to drop a bar or two, okay? All right, so yeah, so you notice the battery power is dropping now significantly, climbing up this hill. Now, the way that these screens read the energy draw while you're going uphill or really pushing it, it's going to show that you have less battery than you really have. And once you get to a slower pace, or once you stop, you'll notice you'll probably get a bar back sometimes, or maybe 2 bars back. But for now, we're doing an okay job. 13 miles an hour. Let's just see what throttle will do for us. 13, 12, 12.8, so it's holding at 12 right now. It's gonna get just a little steeper right up here, because this corner is always painful on a standard bike when I've been out and about. All right, so 10 miles an hour now. Let's see if it holds it. I really don't expect it to hold 10 coming up around this corner. I think it's gonna dip for sure. And you see the battery has just gone down because this is a long incline. And wow, okay, so it's telling me that the motor's getting hot, and I think it's turning off now. So I'm going to start pedaling it to try to help it out. Okay, so I will note that this is a hot day. It is about 100 degrees outside right now. So just know that it's really hot out here. That's going to affect that motor. But also that's a long, fairly steep incline. Okay, so it's no joke. And by me letting go, that's the really nice thing about these motors. So I'm impressed with this motor. First of all, the fact that it has a warning sensor that's going to let me know that the components down here are getting hot. They're overheating. And just by letting off the thumb throttle and assisting with the pedal was good. I can drop down the pedal assist level, and we'll see if that helps it. So it's kind of bouncing back and forth, because really what these struggle with, the biggest downfall of these hub motors is going to be heat. Heat's the struggle. So when you're going really slow and using a lot of battery power, heat builds up in there. It doesn't have enough, if you're not moving fast enough to let that heat escape and have that wind cool, and it's not spinning fast enough, right? So it's using a lot of heat, a lot of energy, but the wheel is barely spinning, and that's a problem for heat buildup. But by simply getting to a less steep portion of the climb, letting go of thumb throttle, pedaling, dropping down my sensor, pedal assist, sensor, to the second setting was enough to drop it out of the hot zone, at least to keep me from burning anything up. All right, so let's slow the speed down a little bit to talk here. So I've got 4 bars that have come back on the battery, 8 miles. So it was about a 3-mile climb up that hill. The heat issue seems to have gone away. So the battery has come back up. So it's bouncing between 3 and 4 right now. Impressed with the performance of this so far. The battery life, to be honest with you guys, it could completely die off. Sometimes these are really not all that accurate, and then towards the bottom of the battery life, it just really starts to decline. But this has outperformed my expectations. To be honest, I really thought I was gonna hop on this bike, especially after going up into that hillside. I really thought I was gonna come back and be done at 10 miles. I really thought this battery was gonna be gone by the time I finished that hill climb just now. And I'm really impressed with it so far. The motor, I'm impressed with it. 36 volt system. It's not a screamer, but this is a budget bike. Just for laughs, size comparison. So I just finished up my ride. I got 13 miles on this ride. And as you guys saw, I did that long incline test that burns through battery. I did the off-roading that burns through the battery. This is not designed for that off-roading. This is more of a city commuting bike. I think most people are going to see that 15 to 20 mile range. I'm really impressed with that off-road, how it held up. I'm going to need to tighten the handlebars. These wiggled a little loose, but I didn't really wrench them down to spec, and I took it off-roading, so it really wasn't going to stand up to that. But I'll just tighten that up, tighten a few other things down, and this thing will be ready to continue its journey. Hopefully this video has helped you in some way to make a decision, or if you were just curious or wanting to be entertained, hopefully I did that for you as well. Take care, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this.